Hello there and welcome. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of March. How are you all doing? Welcome. This is your tarot read where I go through some of the tarot cards, and I've got a few other oracle cards here by my side, and I will just go through them and see what the energy is of the moment. I have missed out on a couple of Tuesdays, so apologies for that. If you were looking for a card reading from me, I was kind of tied up with other things, so I didn't get, I wasn't available to do it. So I wanted to do a card reading for you as soon as I could, and so I'm here today, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. To all those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much, and I hope you are enjoying when these readings do come through. I try and do them frequently, but perhaps not as frequently as I would like as well. But thank you for bearing with me and for being here and being part of the community and giving me a like, a thumbs up or a comment on the videos. That's always really good. If you just found me, welcome. My name is Karen. I work as a healer. I work as a tarot reader, a medium. I'm also an artist, and I'm a channeler. So I do various different things, but I try and bring it all together into a read for you today, as I do the other readings as well, which you'll find on the channel, that you can go back and listen to some of the previous card readings as well. But even with tarot, I feel that tarot itself can be used for healing, and that is how I read. So we are looking at the energy that comes up in the pictures, and we are using some other cards just to expand on that theme, and then that gives us some sort of movement forward. How do we move forward with this energy? What to look out for with this energy? And that tends to be how I read. As well, when you're having a reading, there's a shift in the energy around. There's guides who come in to help with the reading. So often things come into my head that, and I just let it flow, a bit like channeling. So there's a message that wants to come through as well for that. So I'm just going to get some cards ready now for you. Just bear with me. Okay, so I've got my cards. I've also got, today I was playing around with some aromatherapy scents, because I have on my, if you've looked at my website, it's www.karentony.co.uk. There's lots of different pages on there. There's healing, there's mediumship, cosmic conversation, space clearing, there's testimonials, there's an art gallery. Not all of my paintings are up there, it's just a sample. And there's also a page which is perfume. And I've been wanting to make a natural perfume for you for quite a while. And today I just was inspired to choose certain oils just to make a mix, and a lot of that is guided as well. And I have to say, this is a possible perfume scent, because it's we've got mandarin, we've got ylang ylang, we've got myrrh, and we've got clary sage. And I would like to add in some ginger. I don't have ginger at the moment. And there are a few other scents that are coming in that want to be added to it. But I think this is very much a perfume that is going to help women who are in the 40 to 60 bracket, let's say. So it's that perimenopause, that life change, that menopause, and that postmenopause, and all of the things that throws up, all of the emotions, all of the tensions, all of the aggravations, all of the physical changes, all of the mental changes, of the mind changes, of the outlook changes, because your outlook changes. You suddenly have a fresh perspective on everything. And that means some big decisions can be made during this time as well. So this is a really interesting combination, and I will have to work on it a little bit more and determine what oils I want to put with it and what carrier oils I want it in. And I think I'm going to have it just like in a little roller ball. I've got some rollerball bottles that I use as well for myself, which are handy to put in your handbag, handy to carry. In fact, let me just get one. I've one over there. Bear with me. So it can be something like this. This is the little, I got some coloured bottles because they're glass, but there's something about adding colour in. So this is very much the root chakra as well. That energy of the root chakra, the base chakra, is going into the oils. And I have it next to some crystals charging. And it's just a little roller ball. So you just roll it on. And the scent matures over a period of time. So you have to test things out and let the scent mature and let it sit for a little while as well. Because there's always that first initial scent, and then there's, as it's been absorbed and as it's hitting the air, you're getting different scents from it. And also, because it's aromatherapy, because it's proper quality oils and carrier oils, you're getting the benefit of that in your body, as well as subtly through the psychology, through the mind, through the spirit, just by smelling the essential oils. You're actually introducing that into your body. So that was what I was working on earlier. So I think that's a good size. It's a little handbag size, even pocket size. You could pop that in your pocket. And these are they can be like rescue remedies. So you can get blends that are made for just, stress, for de-stressing, for relaxation, getting rid of tension, for all those emotional things that we go through as well as women, these changes, these emotional, hormonal changes, and bodily changes, and everything that means. So it might be something like this that I'll be producing, but certainly I've been playing around and you just dab it on a little cotton and get the scent right. But this is something, this is very interesting. So watch this space. But it's not why you came. You came for a tarot read. So let's give you a little reading and let's see if any of that rambling comes up in the tarot read. So I hope you're all well, and I hope you will get, usually I can run on for about 50 minutes, just to give you a warning, a heads up, but you can always come back to it and finish it later. So we've got one that's come out, don't know what it is, and the time of the day is just going on. I've had so much on today, and it's just, how are we here already? But there isn't a cloud in the sky. We are in London, and there is not one cloud in the sky. It is purest blue. We've got a second card. I don't know what it is. And it's a sign of what's coming. I believe the temperature is going to go up to about 17, maybe 16, 17 in the next few days, which will be interesting. It's kind of that thing where everyone comes out in the shorts for one day and then it gets a bit cooler, so everyone has to go back to the big coats again. Okay, that's one. It's turned over. I can't see it, so I'll just put it down. It looked like a fiery card, yellows and reds, but I don't know what it is yet. So there's certainly jumping out today. So that's too many. I'll take the one that sort of went out on its own because maybe it wanted to come out. And let's see if we can get a final card, and let's look at the read. So what I'll do is I'll read the individual cards and give you the explanation, but I'll also just look at it as a group of cards and see if that means anything. Okay, so this one is already turned over, which is the Judgment. So we know that one. So basically you're at a crossroads. Whatever it is that's going on, this is a crossroads moment. This is decision time. It's like Archangel Gabriel sending the signal, not chanting, but trumpeting time for change. It's like, wake up and hear the music, are you going to make this change? This new life awaits you. You're about to be reborn. And that is sort of the menopause as well, right? You go through this change, which is completely mad. Because it's like reverting before puberty. You're reverting back to your original self. You're reverting back to all of those characteristics, and now you've got the power of age and the power of adulthood and the power of life experience to embody all of that wonderful energy that you had when you were young. You know, puberty tends to lead us into a period in life where, you know, your mind and your body and your life is surrounded by relationships and having children or not having children, or trying to have children, or having problems with having children. It's all kind of versed around that hormonal element. And then after menopause, that's not a concern. So there is this crossroads, there is this new life, there is this new period. So 2 have come out, so I'll just take those 2, don't know what they are. On the back we've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can be an emotional connection, so this could be to do with an emotional connection that you have, brother, sister, father, mother, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. So it could be something that you're siblings, emotionally connected to, that's around at the moment. It's also a connection to spirit, so this element of spiritual energy coming in much more, and sort of gaining wisdom through that spiritual energy. So we have the Judgment card, so we'll just leave that there for a moment, and then we'll just turn over the first card. So the first card is the sun. So this is what it's like in London today. It is pure blue and the sun is shining. I managed to get out today for a walk. I went to meet a friend very early this morning, and then I managed to go afterwards and go and have my walk through the park. So you can see there's the sunshine, it's getting that vitamin D from the sun. It's also getting these new light codes that are coming in from the sun. The sun is beaming this radiation to us, which is encoding us and shifting our energy and shifting who we are. And it is basically, we're being born again. So there's the child here, so there's this new body, and we say that with menopause in a sense as well. Our body is changing, and there's this, I think, old viewpoint of the menopause being like, oh, you turn into this haggard old woman, this dried up old hag, this this unsensual person who's just on the scrap heap. But that's not it. That's misinformation, let's say. Because you're actually being reborn, you're giving this new life, you're coming in like the baby energy. Your body actually has physically changed, your brain has physically changed, and so you're coming in almost like a new person. So you're going to get this new zest of life, and it's about linking into that and not trying to be what you were. So that's the element. You're moving forward with this horse. This horse is going forward. It's very much respectful, but very much sacred, very much bowing the head to this time of your life. And it's deciding to move forward perhaps gently, because if the baby's on the back of the horse isn't going to gallop. The horse is going to respectfully step into this new phase in life. And we've got the sunflowers here, which are always that glorious symbol of summer and sun and warmth and the glow of that energy. The sun is also very yang energy, so you might say the sun is like masculine, so it could be a father element as well that's coming in for you, something to do with dad, or a male in your life. So it could be moving on from someone, that it's time. The sun being in this read means it's your read. But certainly there's this newness and there's this energy. So the sun gives you energy. The sun is powerful. It's yang. It's outward moving. It's heat rather than coolness and restriction. It's heat. It's warmth. We're warming up. We're warming up to who we're going to become. We're warming up to this time in our world. And what do we have next? We have the 2 of Pentacles. So this is interesting as well, because it's like we've had the 2 lives, and during this menopause, post and pre, post and peri, you're in between. You're not quite, if your periods have kind of stopped and started and stopped and started, you're not quite there and you're not quite there, and you're sort of in the middle. But also the Pentacles are about work, so it's about juggling the work, it's about juggling the money, it's about you're creating, you're making something of your life. You're moving forward with this new identity, this new birth in who you are, and there's energy behind that. But there might be a little bit of time before you're fully grounded in what you're doing, where you need to juggle things a bit, where you feel a bit unbalanced, where you feel like you're not able to hold on to the money as well, because if you're starting a business or if you're starting on this new adventure, you might be putting out more than you're getting back. But with this, we still have the money, and we still have money moving. So often you have the figure of 8 here, and in the traditional tarot it would have a figure of 8 here, and that just shows that it's outgoing but it's coming back, and it's outgoing and it's coming back. It's that infinity sign, and it doesn't mean that this is going to carry on infinitum. It just means that there's a connection to out and in with the money. So the money is going out, but the money is coming back in. So it's trusting that in this period of time where you are, your ships are there carrying all your goods to you, all your goodness is coming. It just hasn't got to the shore yet. And while you're waiting on everything to take hold, I'm just thinking now of perfume. So they're bringing in the scents, they're bringing in the essential oils, they're bringing in the goods. You're getting it transported to you. But while you're waiting for everything to come together, you're having to invest your time, you're having to invest your money, you're having to invest your working hours, you're having to juggle things, juggle your regular job and juggle this creation. It's demanding that you be able to maneuver from one to the other as is needed. So, like I was saying, this has been on my website for years, and I'm really kind of getting into it now, getting into actually producing. And I often produce things for myself, but not in a larger scale. I rarely make up potions for other people. I recommend oils, but I don't often make blends, and that is where the joy, but also the multiplication of the effect happens. You've got more ingredients coming together, blending together and working together. So it's that added extra in the blend, as well as each individual oil. So this could be that. This could be these ships coming forward. Obviously, it'll resonate to you in whichever way. And this period of, buying supplies and then using time to create, but not having that fully fledged income just yet. It could be that you're juggling 2 jobs. It could be that you're doing a bit of study and you're working as well. It could be that you're having to borrow a little money and then pay back a little money. So this juggle to and fro. So whatever this energy coming in, it's just a balancing act, and it's okay. They say borrow from Peter to pay Paul, and sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you do have to. Investors, what do? They invest a great deal of money, and then they have to wait for it to come back in. So there's this output, and then there's this coming back in. So any new business will have to put in some time and some hours and possibly some finances, and there'll be this juggling act before it fully takes hold. So you might feel a little unsettled, but that's completely natural. And the next card, which was the one that flew over here, which had that fiery kind of yellow-red, so it's the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is you putting your stake in the ground. So you have this stake in the ground, and you're going to stick it in the ground, and you're going to make sure that it happens. It doesn't matter who comes up against you. You're prepared to put your stake in the ground. Now these cards are a little bit different to the traditional. So let me just get the meaning of this one, because my pictures are slightly different. I think this is... let me just have a look what it says. 9 of Wands. So inner strength and determination. Yes, you've put that stick in the ground and you're not going to let it go. The situation you find yourself in may be perilous and the demand's high, yet you do have enough internal resources to battle through, even though you may doubt yourself. So it kind of works with the 2 of Pentacles. Even you're giving out and you're getting back a little, but it's that determination, your willingness to stick with it and believe that you have the ability to do this, and you have enough internal resources to make it happen for you. It's fighting the good fight, no matter how difficult a situation. It indicates you have accumulation of strength and courage. So this is you feeling strong, putting that wand in the ground, that staff in the ground. And it speaks of internal resources rather than reliance on the outside world. And that's what we need to do as well. We need to look at us. We need to look at what we've got in us, and that will help us through. For me as well, these are creative projects. So the ones are all about creativity. So you might have 9 different creative projects that you've got on the go. You might be teaching a class, you might be doing a podcast, you might be making a blend, you might be doing treatments, you might be creating art, you might be, singing, dancing, you might be doing many different things. But we want you to find one now. And 9 is about completion. So this time of this resilience and using your strength and competitiveness that you might find. So you might find you're competing with other people, and not in a nasty way, but the world is full of people doing their thing, and what it wants to remind you of is focus on your own thing. Even in Tai Chi, and I'm sure it's said many times in other things, for example, even in yoga practice, it's about you and your practice. Don't look at what anyone else is doing. Just focus on you, because it's about how you're integrating. So you must focus on you. If you're focusing out there, watching someone else and how well they're doing, you're completely disconnected to your own internal information. And the idea of something like Tai Chi or yoga, etc., is that you have this internal feedback. So this is telling you about that as well. This is telling you, don't get too distracted by all the other competitors throwing their 2 pence in the hat. Focus on yours. You may be called upon to use your integrity and innate courage to free yourself from hardships and opposition. So again, be strong, be courageous. It's your time. It's your time to free yourself. Perhaps you have been living below par. Perhaps you have been putting up with what wasn't right. Perhaps you have been comparing yourself to others and others' lives. And this is saying, well, it's time now for that to be gone. It's time for yourself to free yourself from hardship. So it's reliance and wisdom gained through personal experience, which is the most valuable kind. It can indicate a little bit of struggle, but it carries the hope of victory, no matter how impossible this may appear at first glance. So it can be that element of, you've got these creative ideas and you've decided to run with one and stick the idea in the ground. You're going to use this, you're going to plant it, you're going to make sure it's secure, you're going to focus on it, you're going to use everything that you've learned, all of the information that you've learned, all of the experience that you've had. You're going to use it all, and you're going to complete this element. You're going to create something and complete it. And this is interesting as well, because Mercury is now in retrograde, and they say don't start anything new during Mercury retrograde. Wait till it's done, and then you can sign new contracts, you can buy new electronic products, you can start a new idea. However, if you've already started working on something and already had bits and pieces going with something, which I have, for example, with the perfumes a long time ago and all this year and last year as well, you'll be saying, oh, where are they? This is kind of 9 is we're bringing it to completion, and you're allowed to do that when Mercury is in retrograde, because you're revisiting it. You're going back over it. You've already started. It's not something brand new. You've already been starting. You've already tried things out. You've been working on it. So we're revising. We're going back. The retrograde is going back over what you've already been working on, and that is allowed, and that is a good thing. Because it's like all these things you would have to test and try and test and try to make you reach that right thing. And I've like books full of recipes and different blends that I'm interested in using and that I enjoy using, enjoy smelling, and sometimes I'll put a few things together and I go, why have I put these together? So I'm reading up about all of my oils and all of my books just to get the deeper understanding of how they can help. So we're bringing this to completion. We're bringing this idea to completion. And that leads us to the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is the independent woman or man, the person who works for their money, the person who puts in the time. She is creating and growing. We've got vines here full of grapes. So her grapes are laden on the vine. So she is in a very fertile period. She's planted and tended to what she is growing. And the pentacles are work. So she's 8-hour days. She's put in long days, spent a long time trying to achieve all of this, trying to reach this castle in the hill. This is her castle. She's made it possible for her to have her castle by working away, by doing the necessary work, the necessary business, the necessary exchange of money coming in, money going out. But here, let's look at it this way. So we've got 4 on this side and 5 on the other. So we might have to invest in growing the business by spending a little money, but now it's delivering the money back to us. She's very grounded, very much yellow, red, so the earth colors, the fire colors, the grounded colors, the creative colors. She's connected to the ground, so we're connecting to that root chakra. We're connecting to the earth color. The color of the earth is the red earth. So we're connecting to that, and there's plenty of red in her outfit as well. And the grapes are red grapes as well. So it's that bringing everything, working on it. You're bringing the inspiration, you're working on it, and you're making it real on this earth plane. She's very much independent, self-sufficient, looks after herself. So you will have work that you do. This could also be you work your normal job, and you also have a little bit of an interest on the side that you're thinking might bring you in some money. Or this might simply just be putting in 8-hour days. You have work, you put in 8-hour days to keep the roof over your head. And you have, because of that, because of your earning potential, you have the ability to put that roof over your heads. You have that strength. You have a groundedness. You're in the real world. You're aware you need the money to pay for the house. But it's perfectly fine to do this. It's perfectly fine to be this person who is out working an 8-hour day to receive some money, to grow themselves and to grow the world around them, to invest, to grow, to spend, but also to build something. So she's building something, whether it's your own sense of safety, sense of security. Security, I believe, is a big energy that's coming in for us, our sense of security, which might be the Neptune and Aries, which is happening at the end of the month, and that will be for 14 years. So I can't remember if it was that or if it was the eclipse or if it's the full moon, but there was certainly, for me, there was some sort of sense of security coming in. And then we had the Judgment. So we are at this crossroads phase. We are creating something new. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so we are at this crossroads. This is a time of change where we're passing judgment on where we have been and where we wish to go. You can see that they're coming out of coffins here. So the water has been a bit dark and murky. And so they're being reborn. They're having this new life, this new opportunity thrust upon them. And it's coming from the heavens. It's coming from the angelic realm. So certainly connecting to the angelic realm in order to receive the guidance of this new venture. And this crossroads can feel difficult because you're not sure which way to go. You're not sure where you are, but you know you're at this choice point. That this is the change. This is the choice point. So we have 2 more cards that came out. Don't know what they are. So they are okay. So we don't read upside down. So then we have 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords is an energy of feeling exhausted. So with all this positivity and with all this trudging into something new and setting up this new life, setting up a way to earn, a new way to earn, defending yourself, defending yourself against competition, just standing your ground, it might exhaust you as well. So be aware you might feel tired. Be aware if you're putting in extra hours, it will be tiring. Be aware if you're working 2 jobs, it will be tiring. If you're studying and working, it's hard to give fully to both. So be aware that you will feel tired. So that's a nod to just be aware of that. Take care of yourself. The idea of the 10 is that, you know, these swords are piercing his back. So perhaps you have been stabbed in the back in the past. Perhaps you've had things go wrong. You've had people up against you. And not because they didn't care or they didn't love you, but they had an opinion or a viewpoint which was different to yours. And they might have thought that their viewpoint was correct. And that can be exhausting to be up against that. You know, if you say that you, for example, can talk to people who have passed over and someone does not understand that and has had no experience with that, then they think you're pulling the wool over their eyes. But that is not the case, and it's hard to come up against that time and time again for those who haven't had that experience. I'm getting very hot now. Who haven't had that experience, and it can feel exhausting. So it can be the hours you put in a job, but it can also be just that the world doesn't seem to accept who you are or what you do or your viewpoints, and that can be difficult. That can be exhausting. And you know, it's kind of like been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So this person has been through the mill, but they can get up. They can get up. They can rise again. The 10 means it won't get any worse than this. This is as bad as it's going to get. It won't get any worse than this. And so all he has to do is take these swords out and crawl up and find himself a seat, catch his breath, take a moment, and then he'll be able to move forward. But while he's looking despondent, thinking to himself, you know, I can't go on, it's too hard. Those are the moments, you know, many people will say that moment that you think, I can't do it anymore, I'm going to give up. Have you been thinking that? Have you been thinking, oh, I just can't take this anymore. I'm going to give up on my dream. I'm going to give up on this element of my life. I'm going to feel too tired. I feel exhausted. Also, let's bring it back to menopause again. You can feel overwhelmed. You can feel exhaustion. So you're exhausted, but you're not able to sleep. He's not sleeping here. He's just feeling exhausted. You can be on certain medications, and they might not be helping. You can feel this pain, this emotional attack, because people are not understanding how you are and whatever way you're changing, or people can say a lot of things that might hurt you right now. So maybe you were very strong before and now you're feeling quite vulnerable and quite sensitive all of a sudden. You don't know why. And these are thoughts and ideas as well. And sometimes our own thoughts and ideas can rack our mind and can overwhelm us. And particularly at different times, you know, with the hormonal cycle, your mind changes and your thinking changes. And these can be like the blues. That can really weigh heavy on you. But again, it's knowing that this is a 10. Again, it's knowing that it won't get worse than this. We move to a 1 after a 10, so it's going to get better. You just need to realize that we guard our thoughts. We are the guardian of our mind. And so you have a responsibility to yourself to clear up your mind, to clear up your thoughts, to clear up the self-criticism, to clear up, our bodies change as we get older. So we can criticize ourselves and our bodies. Our bodies hear us. And we can criticize other people. And we can criticize our lives. And we can feel a bit burnt out. This is burnout card as well. So you might be feeling burnt out. So seek healing. If you need the healing, seek healing. Seek moments of repair, moments of respite. He's actually by a beach. So maybe go for a walk near the ocean. Maybe if he turned around and lay facing upwards, he would see that the sun is shining in the blue sky and that a new dawn has come for him, a new life has come for him, a new opportunity has come for you. But while he's looking down, he's just overwhelmed. So he needs to lie back on the grass, see the ocean, see the blue sky, see the sun shining, and realize that he can get up, he can change his life, he can move forward. But it's understanding that this can be part of the process. This is relevant. These emotions, these feelings, these sadnesses, these anxieties. Sometimes anxiety comes up for a lot of menopausal women, and they don't know why they feel that way. They don't know why they feel anxious. They don't know why they feel jittery. They don't know why there's a level of paranoia coming in. They don't know. And then that causes them intense suffering, because then they're questioning their mind and how they're thinking, and that causes them pain and suffering. And it's a vicious cycle. So it's about shifting that. And how do we do that? We then move to the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is your knight in shining armor. So if you happen to be single and there's someone coming in, they're coming rushing in to sweep you off your feet. This doesn't often happen, but this person is coming rushing in. He's wearing pink there, so there is romance on his mind. There is softness within him. It can be an air sign, and it is somebody who's like mid-age. And the swords, again, are all about communication. They're all about expression. They're all about listening. So there may be some new information coming in for you at speed. You can see the trees are billowing here in the background. So there's something coming in at speed. There's something being delivered. It's like he's delivering. He's got his eyes on his target, and he's moving straight ahead and delivering. You can't quite see it, but on some of the traditional ones, he'll have like little hearts on his the horse. Here it's like birds, so again accentuating that spiritual communication coming rushing in. So what happens in a different phase of your life as well? Suddenly you might spiritually open up. Suddenly you might be very interested in spirit and spirit communication. You might be receiving downloads. You might be receiving information, and it might be happening very quickly. We are moving. Pluto is in Aquarius, so it's the Aquarian age. Information comes in quick in the Aquarian age. You think of AI. But also we're moving Neptune into Aries, which is making the spiritual much more real. And I'm thinking of the telepathy tapes now. If you haven't seen them, go listen to the telepathy tapes. They're definitely on YouTube. That's how I've listened to them. Fascinating. This communication, especially from non-verbal autistic children. And it just makes so much sense to me, when you can understand what people are not saying, and even though they're saying something and you're getting so much more information, but because our world is not built like that, you don't necessarily say anything, but that you have this wealth of information coming to you. That's what it's like to be psychic. It's like there's someone asked me a question, I'm thinking it's not a yes or no answer, because there's a whole host of stuff that I'm tuning into right now. So this is way more complicated, and people possibly think I complicate things, but it's just not. Some things are a definite yes, definite no. Some things are very true and to the point. But what I mean is that often the information given isn't the full expression of what that person, and then you talk about hypocrisy, it's yada yada, because some people can say something to your face, but then they're actually, the energy is completely different, and when you pick that up, that's a deception, that's a betrayal, so there's all of that might be opening up as well, because as women move into their more mature years, and men, because men are opening up to the psychic and to the spiritual as well, and certainly mid-life is a period where everything's up for examination and refocusing, and where do we want to be in the end part of our life? How do we've done this, now where are we going to go? It's so interesting being alive and living these phases, and that nobody really talks to you about these and what's important in this phase and what will be important in that phase and what will be important in that phase. They say youth is wasted on the young. Well, it's like, well, inform the young, of what their focus isn't on, or when you're young, your focus is on reproducing. And yes, you wish, I think, if you were older, that you had all of that energy that you could use now, and that you didn't have the aches and pains, etc., etc. But everything has its time for its focus. But you can also educate and become more wholesome, give them a much wider view of life, a much wider view of life and its possibilities, and energies and attitudes, and even career choices. There's just so much available, and I think what happens is people get used to the fact that there's maybe not a lot available in their locality, but the world is open now. AI is making the world open. It's bringing everyone closer. We're all connected through technology. This video, so it could be romance coming in. It could be spiritual information coming in, your awakening. But it is about taking your ideas as well, focusing on that target, and that it might happen quickly. Whatever you're doing now, whatever you're moving through, and hopefully, because we had the 10 of Wands and then we have this Knight, hopefully it's us moving out of this exhaustion, out of this overwhelm, and feeling this energy of possibility, which we steam ahead with this energy. Okay, so I'm going to pick a good dragon card. I haven't done a dragon in a while, I don't think. So I'm not turned over. So these are the Dragons by Diana Cooper. Okay, nice dragon oracles. It's 5 o'clock already, 5 p.m. I have a healing booked at 6 and a Zoom with my Zoom group. Not my Zoom group, but a Zoom group I attend at 7. So it's going to be a spiritual work for the rest of the evening, which is how I love it. So we have Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. So we're bringing in the Galactic Dragon. And you can see the orange colour, the orange and yellow here, representing again that fire energy. And it says, opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. So again, that's interesting. It's we were saying that we're moving into this new cycle. We're moving and we're juggling and we're working, and we've decided on this focus, and we know it's a bit of a crossroads. We're at this different phase in our life, and we have felt the overwhelm, and we have felt the exhaustion, we have felt the anxiety, and we are willing to rest and heal, so then we have the energy to move forward, and then we get the knowledge in this moment of transition and moving forward. We get the knowledge of this orange gold dragon. So I'm just going to try and find the information on it. So I have. So it says Arcturus is one of the most advanced star systems in this galaxy and a prototype of Earth's future. Awesome seventh dimensional orange gold dragons from Arcturus come to us when we are ready to become a walking master and help to usher in the new golden age. So this could be the change that's coming in. When a spiritual army of these dragons moves to a place, they stimulate great evolutionary change in all that they touch. They are flowing into the earth now to help us during the exciting years ahead. And I feel it's that way. It's not only sort of the representation of perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause, but you could say that about the earth and everyone on the earth. We have been in this Kali Yuga, I think they call it, phase for 23,000 years. That is ending this month. That is ending March 2025. We are moving into a new era. It is happening this month. It is not by chance that you have incarnated during this extraordinary 20-year period when our planet is undergoing a double-dimensional shift. Earth needs spiritual leaders and light bearers. These dragons are blazing their light toward you, for it holds the vision of our fifth dimensional blueprint. They are inspiring you to do your part for the new golden age on Earth. Receiving this card indicates that it is time to stand in your power and fulfill your destiny. That's like the this one. Stand in your power, be strong, defend what you are building, focus on it. They will give you strength, wisdom, and knowledge that you will need for the transformation ahead. You have much to do and many people to help, and a beautiful seventh dimensional orange gold dragon from Arcturus will stay by your side as long as you need it. Be a guiding beacon to light the way for many. That's beautiful. That's really good. And we need the helpers, we need the guides, we need all of the amazing beings, galactic and otherwise, who are here to help us, who are ushering in this new age. So we need this. So let's get a goddess. For those who are still with me, thank you. Do leave a comment. Do give me a thumbs up. It really helps. Do subscribe. I know I have a few subscribers, so it would be amazing to grow that. Just to help get the word out and be able to deliver into your living room through the AI technology something that may benefit you. There's no charge to this reading. It's just done because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy reading cards, and this is a way that I can impart some light into your life in some way, and I hope it helps. I hope it helps. So we've got Damara, which is guiding children. Oh my God, it's just dropped in. Telepathy tapes. Do watch the telepathy tapes. So it says, you are good at helping, counselling and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I've done that this week. I've been helping heal a very young person all week, doing little 10-minute sessions. Sometimes it's all you need for a child, a younger person. You don't need the full half hour to hour. But what you might need is several 10-minute sessions, so not to overwhelm. Children can't sit that long anyway, and you want to just impart a little bit of healing, let it do its thing. Maybe have a day off and maybe do it every second day over a period and see how that helps. So certainly you can have healing for children, and you can do that at distance or in person. I've been doing it at distance for a young person I know, but it is about as well being able to guide them through this, and they will be guiding us as well, because they are coming in with this knowledge. These autistic non-verbal children who are able to communicate, with their parents, their teachers, psychically. Their parents and teachers are having these conversations psychically as well. Suddenly this window is opened up. So it could be something to do with helping that type of child as well. If you're involved in healing, involved in light work, bring the autistic children in through your blessings as well, because they're very special. And it's not always about curing, but it's about understanding. And then as you understand and you facilitate, for example, a special child, suddenly they've been given space to be themselves. They've been given space to use their skills, use these gifts that they've been given. And in using these gifts, they can evolve and help everyone around them evolve and bring us all onto a different level. You see? So if you're good at helping counselling and healing, you are good at helping counselling and healing children, use your skills to help right now. And don't forget your inner child as well. This brings in that inner child moment. You can see this fairy is holding on to this little child here. So it's like, nurture that inner child. And like we said, the menopause is like this ending of this phase and almost a returning to prepubescence. So returning to that child and that sort of not innocence, but that freedom, because you're not on the reproduction roller coaster. You're returning to your essence, your you-ness, your, don't know if I'm expressing this correctly. Let me know if I'm not expressing this correctly. Everything is within you. Even when you're a child, everything is just waiting to unfold and be unbudded, and like a flower opens up. And that's not just opening up to your life, it's everything is in the acorn to grow the oak. So all of the good stuff is in you as a child, and you go on your journey. But as you evolve, you can still bring that essence, that DNA, that structure, that fountain of youth I'm hearing, is there. Return to it. Return to your cherished childhood. And if you've been someone who has suffered in any way, abuses or trauma, you might have detached when you were a child. So it's about reconnecting to your child self. If you've detached, it's about bringing yourself back so that you can fully integrate on the earth. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's get a colour just to finish, because we're over 50 already. So this is a colour for the week ahead. There's lots going on, a change point. You're doing pretty well, and I think you're going to you're going to feel things speed up as we go through March. So suddenly something may suddenly take off you, an idea may take off you. You're being helped. Stay open to that higher guidance. You've been through a lot. Life knocks you down, right? Life knocks you down. You learn a lot. These are the lessons you've learned. But you can get up and get back on the horse and go at speed to what you want. Okay, so this one came out. We've got pink. Let love in. Beautiful tulips. Gorgeous colour, and I love pink. So it's number 4. 4 is about foundation. 4 is about structure. 4 is about security. 4 is money. 4 is your root chakra, your base, your family, your security, you're safe. That's all 4. So it says, oh no, that's watermelon, not watermelon. Pink. Pink is the energy of unconditional love, opening your heart and helping to heal heart problems. It assists with releasing emotional challenges and brings tranquility. Pink also helps with insomnia and the manifestation of dreams. Open your heart with delicate pink colours. So we had that where maybe you're feeling exhausted but you're not able to sleep. That happens a lot in menopause as well, where you can be like awake 3 or 4 times in the night. You're not getting a deep sleep, not getting proper sleep. pink. Try having some pink bedding. Try having pink pillowcases. Wrap yourself in a pink blanket. Pink is sedating, especially if you've been through trauma as well. Any traumas, pink sedates. So, if you want to paint a painting that'll help you during a difficult time, pink. And green helps balance out the pink. So if you've got too much pink, you need a bit of green just to balance it out. It counters the pink. With regards to makeup, if you've very, very pink cheeks, you can use that green moisturizer, and it helps balance and counteract the rosy cheeks if it's too rosy. So we've got the balance of the pink and the green, and the pink and the green are both colours of the heart. The colour of the heart is green, and then the higher colour of the heart is pink. So it helps with insomnia. It helps certainly with trauma or shock. I find it's a very good one for shock. Open your heart with delicate pink colours. Become aware of any tension in your body. Take a deep breath and allow your body to soften. Focus on letting go of any hardness or density. Close your eyes and imagine you're holding the most beautiful pink flower. Breathe in its sweet scent, inviting its beauty and delicateness to open your heart. Then imagine pink light from the flower flowing into your heart and filling it up with unconditional love. Now think of someone you love and allow the love you feel to pour from your heart into his or hers. Savor that feeling of love and connectedness. Say, divine love, pour your healing light into my heart, softening it, purifying it, and rejuvenating it so that it is shiny, loving, and full of enthusiasm. That's beautiful as well. So that's bringing that heart energy in, which is very, very healing. We're all about the heart as we move forward. All of these changes, we're moving into much more opening the heart, moving forward, opening the heart, sending out love, but receiving love as well. So filling up our cup so we can help and give to others. And this is the lovely thing to do, that meditation with, someone that maybe you don't get on with. You don't have to be in the same room and have to have that argument. You can simply allow the divine to fill your heart. Allow the flower to send you this heart energy, and allow that heart energy to go out to the person you're not getting on with. That can help heal relationships, heal the stickiness. Doesn't mean you get back together, but it just heals the stickiness. Doesn't mean that you won't have crosswords ever. It just makes it more harmonious. So you can use that love energy, that pink energy, but certainly with shock, with tension, with stress, with insomnia, bring in that pink vibration. I love pink. So there you go. A few things to think about. We're almost at an hour, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And if any of that made sense, even if a little bit of it, you went, aha, that bit's for me, just let me know. Just give us a thumbs up, or a little message would be wonderful, or share it, or even just message me. My details, my website are here, so you can just directly message me if you're interested in any of the readings, the healings, etc., etc. I wish you a great week. Let's enjoy, let's move forward. There's a lot going on in March. Astrology wise, there is a massive change. We are moving into a period of incredible spiritual change, but also human change for everyone. And we can see that, we can see it's happening. So you might need the grounding, you might need the earthing, you might need the right scent. And these are great. You can take them with you anywhere you go, and you've got that little pulse point element. And I think it's just something I'm going to carry on working with. One last sniff of this. Lovely. Blessings. Take care, and I'll see you next time. All the best.